So you're thinking about the Holy Stone HS110D drone. It's cheap, it's popular, and the promise is incredible for beginners. But before you spend your money, you need to watch this review because I bought it, I tested it, and I'm here to expose the real problems nobody is talking about. For the best price, click the link in the description. Act 1. The alluring promise and the immediate letdown. Let's start with what Holy Stone promises. For around $30, you get a 1080p camera, altitude hold, headless mode, app control with voice and gesture commands, and a whopping 20 minutes of flight time with 2 batteries. It sounds like the perfect starter drone, right? A gateway to the skies without breaking the bank. Therefore, my expectations were cautiously optimistic. But here's what surprised me the moment I took it out of the box: the build quality. It feels like a strong gust of wind could turn it into a permanent kite. The plastic is incredibly thin, and the propellers feel like they're made of wishes and good intentions. It's the kind of toy you'd give a child you secretly dislike. That was my first red flag. Therefore, I charged up those 2 modular batteries, eager to test that 20-minute claim. This leads us to problem number 1, the mythical flight time. Holy Stone says 20 minutes. In a perfect laboratory with no wind, flying at a snail's pace 2 inches off the ground maybe. In the real world, I was lucky to get 8 minutes per battery. And that's before you try anything fancy like using the camera or the app features. The moment you connect your phone, that timer just melts away. So your 20-minute aerial adventure is more like 2 frantic 8-minute sessions, where you spend half the time worrying about the battery dying. It's like ordering a large pizza and getting a personal pan. You're not getting what was advertised, but wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about the core feature, the 1080p FPV camera. This is the big selling point. You're supposed to capture memorable moments with distortion-free view. Therefore, I fired up the app, connected the drone, and prepared for some cinematic glory. The surprise. The video quality looks like it was filmed through a potato during an earthquake. It's shaky, the colors are washed out, and the 120-degree wide-angle lens creates a weird fishbowl effect they call distortion-free. It's not FPV. It's MPV, mostly pixelated view, trying to take a gesture-controlled photo by making a scissor sign. The drone interpreted my gesture as, "Please fly erratically into that bush." The camera is essentially a novelty. If you're buying this for any serious filming, you're better off taping your phone to a pigeon. That's joke number 1, but it's painfully close to the truth. Act 2. The beginner-friendly features that aren't. Okay, so the camera is bad. But Holy Stone markets this hard for beginners, kids, and newbies. They highlight altitude hold and headless mode as crutches for new pilots. Therefore, I figured the flight experience itself must be stable and forgiving. But here's the contrarian snapback. These features are so poorly implemented, they might actually make learning asterisk harder. Let's break down altitude hold. The idea is genius. Let go of the sticks, and the drone holds its height so you can focus on the camera. In practice, the altitude sensor is about as precise as a guess. The drone doesn't hold. It gently drifts up, down, and especially sideways. Letting go of the sticks is an invitation for it to go visit a tree. You're constantly doing micro-corrections, which is the opposite of a hands-off experience. It's like a car with cruise control that randomly taps the brakes. Then there's headless mode. This is supposed to make control intuitive. The drone moves relative to you, not its own nose. Therefore, it should be foolproof. But the HS110D has a terrible habit of losing its orientation calibration. You'll take off in headless mode, spin it around a few times, and suddenly, pushing forward sends it careening left into a wall. It doesn't inspire confidence. It inspires panic. For a true beginner, this inconsistency is a recipe for a crash. And speaking of crashes, this is a good time for joke number 2. This drone doesn't come with a warranty. It comes with a search party. You'll spend more time looking for it in tall grass than actually flying it. Now the app. Oh, the app. The Holy Stone app is where features go to die. You have trajectory flight, where you draw a path on your screen for the drone to follow. Sounds cool, right? But the drone follows that path with the enthusiasm of a teenager doing chores. It's slow, unsteady, and often gives up halfway. Gravity sensor control, where you tilt your phone to steer. It's so laggy and imprecise it's like steering a boat with a rubber rudder. Voice control. In a quiet room, saying "take off" might work. Add any ambient noise and the drone just ignores you. It's less voice control and more polite suggestion. These aren't features. They are buggy beta tests that frustrate more than they entertain. Act 3. The verdict and who this is actually for. So after all these problems, the short real-world flight time, the awful camera, the flaky smart features, the fragile build, is there any reason to buy the Holy Stone HS110D? Therefore, we need a clear resolution. This is not a drone for anyone wanting to learn serious piloting skills or capture decent video. It will frustrate you and break quickly. And this is a big but, there is a niche. This drone is a disposable toy. If you are a parent looking for a $30 distraction for a child in a wide-open, windless field with zero expectations, it might provide 15 minutes of entertainment before it inevitably gets stuck on a roof. It's the equivalent of a cheap RC car you buy knowing it'll be broken by next week. The value isn't in the performance, it's in the low stakes. That's joke number 3. Calling this a drone is generous. It's a quadcopter-shaped stress ball that flies. Therefore, my final recommendation is this. Don't buy the Holy Stone HS110D as your first real drone. You will be disappointed. Save up a little more for something in the $50, $100 range from brands like Snapton, or even Holy Stone's own slightly higher-end models. You'll get vastly better build quality, actual flight time, and a usable camera. The HS110D is a classic case of you get what you pay for, and what you're paying for is a bundle of compromises wrapped in marketing hype. Before we wrap up, let's do a final pros and cons. Pros, it's very inexpensive. The initial setup is simple. It does technically fly. Cons, misleading flight time, terrible camera, buggy app features, fragile construction, and unreliable beginner modes. The scale tips heavily one way. So, should you buy it? For most of you watching, the answer is no. You sought out this review to find the truth behind the 4.2-star Amazon rating, and the truth is that rating is built on low expectations. You deserve better. Here's joke number 4. The best feature of the Holy Stone HS110D is the Add to Cart button, because it teaches you an important lesson about online shopping. If you're still determined to try it for yourself, or you want to see the current price, I've left a link in the description below. That's where you'll find the best deal on Amazon. Click the link to check it out. Thanks for watching this honest review.